Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with the Riz. Today I've got a beautiful and very simple and easy prawn pasta recipe for you. And it's just, I've got some beautiful Queensland prawns here. There's 1 kilo of prawns. If you're only doing it for a couple of people, you can just use like half a kilo. I'll be using around about probably half a bunch of, or a bit less than half a bunch of basil that I chopped a little bit earlier, just a rough chop, washed as well. Make sure you wash it and dry it. I use a salad spinner to dry it, so you can just do that as well. And so I've got some continental parsley here, which I've done the same as well. So I have just washed it and dried it in the spinner as well, and just give it a rough chop. I'll probably use half of that, I reckon, half a bunch of parsley there. And in here I've got some beautiful garlic. That's in olive oil, because the base sauce to this is not a cream or tomato one, it is an olive oil one. So I've got quite a few garlic cloves in here. There's probably about maybe 10 cloves of garlic in here, around about that. And I'm going to just put a bit of a sprinkle of chili flakes. You can put as much as or as little of that, or you don't have to put that at all if you don't like chili. We like a little bit, but so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And I've got my spaghetti here, some white wine here as well, and that's the olive oil. So without further ado, I'll take everything over to the stove where the action happens, and I'll show you what that's all about. So just before I go on, while you're doing this preparation here, you clean your prawns like I showed you in the other video when I did the garlic prawns. Put your pot of water on so it starts to get to heat and come to the boil for your pasta, because you want to put this together on the stove while the pasta's cooking, so that it all comes together quickly, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So that way you don't have to muck around waiting for the water to boil. So make sure that's on the boil before you start cooking. All right, so I'll take everything over there. And by the way, I'm wearing this cap today with the R on there for my Richmond Tigers, who won last night in the game. And they've got another chance to win the preliminary final, which goes into the grand final, for those who are interested in football. So can't wait for that to happen. Hope we get there. All right, so I'll just take everything over there and I'll show you what that's about. Okay, so my water is boiling away there. I will turn on the heat under this pan here, get that started to heat up. I'm going to drop my pasta in, because it takes a few minutes to cook, and by the time that's cooked we should be all good to go. Now don't forget to salt your water. Okay, we've got plenty of water there for the pasta. Make sure you do have plenty of water. Just plenty of salt in there as well, okay? You need that saltiness. Alright, that should be good there. Okay, so let's let this heat up a little, and then we're away with the cooking of it. I'll just drop this pasta in. All right, there we go with that. So use a fork to stir your pasta around. All right, just push it down into the water. Needs a little extra hand sometimes. Put that in there. Just like so. That'll just soften up in a minute. Alright, let's let that go. Let it do its thing. Okay, so this is starting to come to temperature now. Alright, just bear with me for a moment. These pans take a while to heat up. Cast iron. Alright, so you want a bit of oil in there. Okay. So you got probably about, oh, you got, I would say in here, 1/4 of a cup or so, just a bit more. Then you got the oil that's in this as well, so in the garlic. Probably enough there. Get rid of that. Okay, we throw the prawns in. Remember, you don't want the garlic to cook too quickly. Alright, so the prawns go in. Yum yum. You can put your chili flakes in. Like so, that's enough. So this comes together really quickly. Give your pasta a stir. That's just about getting there. It's not too far away, a few more minutes for that. So, like I said, this comes together really quickly, yeah? So the prawns you don't want to overcook. You just want them to be still a bit translucent if you can. Throw some basil in there. Around about that much. And I'll give it a good handful and a half. So that's about half a bunch of parsley in there. Alright. Just let me tell you, this is a really yummy pasta, this. And you also need to put a little bit of that pasta water in after you put the pasta in there. So remember, the prawns cook really, really quickly. So you don't overcook them, otherwise they'll be like rubber. Alright. That garlic, oh yum, 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 yum. Smells good. And what we might do is just put a bit of pepper in here. And a little bit of salt. Alright, and we've got to just finish it off with a little bit of white wine. Just a dry white. That's all you need. Just a bit of a splash in there. There you go. And that's it really, and then you just put your pasta in. And they're going very nicely over here. This is how quick this is to put together. Really fast, isn't it? That's basically it. So I might just actually just turn this off for a sec, because the pasta isn't quite cooked yet. And while it's doing that, I can just put things away. Or clean up the mess or whatever. That can stay there, that can stay there. Alright, that's good. Pretty simple, isn't it? This one. Very quick and very easy and very, very tasty. So got a little bit more to go. You just got to test one. Oh no, it's not ready yet. It'll be hard. Nice recipe this. You will really enjoy this one. It's just basically putting the spaghetti in here, give it a toss, and Bob's your uncle. Now some people, I don't like to put cheese with seafood on seafood pasta. Some people do, but really you shouldn't do that, because you don't need cheese for these dishes like this. Look at those yummy prawns, look at that. Whoa. Still nice and translucent, gorgeous prawns. They're not from overseas, they're from Queensland. Yum yum. So it's just about there, not too far. See, you can see the difference now, it's not so stiff. It's just a little bit over al dente. You've got to remember too, when you put it through the sauce, whatever sauce you're making, you never cook the pasta fully, you always bring it out a bit earlier. And that way when you finish it off in the pan, because it's still cooking, it'll be at the right al dente for you. So that's just about at that stage. I might just turn on that heat again. See, it's cooking nicely. That'll be good enough for me. And I'll put this, so you get some of the water comes off the pasta into the pan anyway. So that's what you want, just like this. It's like going fishing in here, isn't it? That's it, I think. Oh no, a little more. Alright, that's that. I'll get a little bit of water. Don't need much, just a little, because the pasta will soak up all of that beautiful oil in there and juices. That's all it is. Oh, just dropped the prawn. That's all it is, guys. Simple, simple, simple. Beautiful, simple recipe. So just let that cook a little bit, because the pasta's still, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Looks beautiful al dente now. Yummy, yum. That's it, guys. And then we will have a little taste, eh? So pick up your spag on here, put it on your plate, give it a little twist so it sits. Put some prawns on. You can serve this up in a bowl. I'm just serving it up on a plate tonight. I usually use a bowl. That's all right, doesn't matter. And that's it. That's all you need. You can get a little bit of that juice up there, over the top. Just use your tongs, or grab a spoon, and that's all. Pretty simple. And just for a little bit of decoration, on top of here. And that's it. Simple, simple dish. Look at that. See? And that's all there is to it. And what we'll do now, we'll have a little taste test. So we'll grab a prawn, bit of pasta, give them a twirl on the spoon. That's what us wogs do. Oop, Doesn't want to stay on there, but doesn't matter. That is good. Yum, yum. Well, guys, that chili, you can taste the chili coming through it, and all, you know, and the garlic and everything, and that is just very tasty. Very, very tasty. You can, if you want to, you can squeeze a little bit of lemon on this if you like that, but I don't think it needs it. So yeah, give it a go, and I hope it turns out for you. All right, so that's the end of this one for you guys. So if you've liked this episode of my little prawn pasta, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and and don't forget to hit the bell, the little bell next to subscribe, and then I'll see you at the next one I'm going to do. I don't know what that is. Don't forget to send in some requests if you feel like me doing something for you. Yeah, and then all right, that's it. Simple pasta and prawns. Can't get any better than that. So until next time, happy cooking to everybody, and take care.